Broadcasting live from Zoetic Cavern on the plain of Dominaria, this is Tap Tap Concede. Welcome everybody to Tap Tap Concede. My name is Graham. Joining me is Nelson.
Hey, I'm here.
And Wheeler.
Thank you for having me, Graham. It's great to be here.
Terrific. Also here on tech is James.
James.
Hi.
Who I did not warn I was going to mention. Today, very exciting. It's the end of the year. Again, I guess we'll call it our holiday special. It's Stump the Experts. And I'm very excited about it because these are always fun episodes. And they both successfully cracked their knuckles, and we're about to get into it. After we remind you, of course, that the show is brought to you by Card Kingdom. Please check out cardkingdom.com/LRR for all of your cardboard needs. They're great. Tell them we sent you. Ask for a button nicely, and they'll give you a little button, which right now says, if I live, I have lethal. But soon, possibly by the time you're hearing this, it will say a different thing that I can't remember, even though you told me about it already.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
All right,
sorry.
Well,
Mystery.
tune in for that. And of course, this show and everything we do is brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. So it is Stump the Experts. Well, it's the show where we present Nelson and Wheeler, the folks around here who have, I would say, the most encyclopedic knowledge of magical cards. With we just give them a card name, and they got to tell me everything else on the card. It's a little different than last time. It's one of our more, I guess, traditional episodes in that I didn't get completely on my bullcrap. So it's also kind of a look back at 2022. This is the 2022 episode of Stump the Experts.
Oh, so the 1 hour podcast we recorded and then the 1 hour 40-minute podcast we recorded were not enough of a recap.
Well, that was our feelings on all the products in 2022. Which, by the way, turns out there's been more stuff since then. There's previews for new things, and there's so much going on.
Yeah, like I wonder how many recaps of 1997 would fit into the 2022 recap.
Yeah.
You can only talk about Stronghold so many times, or Tempest, technically.
So the bit this time, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that all these cards are from this year.
Correct. All these cards were printed this year. There is one section where, it's the reprint section. So,
yeah,
we'll get to it.
Yeah. So first we're going to start with round one, the staples. So these are cards that sort of are relevant in their given format as far as we are able to discern. Nelson.
Okay.
All right. Beginning with Commander.
The card's called Commander?
No. Oh. Sorry, the first format. It's called Commander. Sorry.
All right, Commander staples. Here we go.
Boseiju, who endures.
Boseiju, who endures. Land, legendary land. Tap for a green. 1 generic and 1 green. Destroy target non-basic land. Artifact or enchantment controlled by an opponent. They may search their library for a basic land and put it into play. This ability costs 1 generic less for each, I think it says for each, legendary creature you control. All right, are you going to
I'd like to get some extra points
Sure.
if possible to pad this out. So it's not a basic land, it's any land that has a basic land type. So they can
get a
find,
dual.
they can get like a Triome or even like a Mystic
Can
Sanctuary.
you blow up a basic land, though? It can only target a non-basic land, enchantment, or artifact, right?
I don't have to answer that to potentially take away points from me.
Nelson was absolutely correct. Yes. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Boseiju, who
Oh, my
endures.
correctness was absolute.
And channel.
Legendary land.
Land with
Tabs
a
for a
basic
green.
land type.
Yep.
They can go get Gate to Matterborn.
Artifacts, enchantments, non-basics, and then, it does. Wheeler's right. It is a card with a basic land type, but everything else that Nelson said was accurate.
All right.
So good job.
Thanks.
Wheeler,
Yes.
an offer you can't refuse.
Oh, 1 blue instant, counter target non-creature spell. Its controller creates 2 treasure tokens. Uncommon. Streets of New Capenna.
I think that's correct.
Going for every possible angle of points that you could
It's
get.
only 1 blue. Did you say 1 blue?
Yeah,
One animal.
you did, yeah. That is absolutely
Awesome.
correct. Nailed it. All right. Highlander. We're over in Highlander now. Nelson.
They barely play this format anymore. Yeah.
This is of course round one. We're warming up.
Okay.
Sheldred the Apocalypse.
Oh, I know that one actually. It's a pretty good one. 2 generic black for a legendary creature, Phyrexian Praetor or Praetor? Praetor.
Really?
Yep.
Apparently.
Praetor.
There are 2 ways to pronounce this. It's Praetor or Praetor.
I'm going to keep saying Praetor if
So
that's all right.
there's only
I'm
a
gonna
couple.
say Eidolon.
There's like only a couple parts of the United Kingdom where you would naturally say this word correctly, right?
Praetor's better too because you get to make the sick joke of Praetor Griffin. And everybody like, holy crap, Lois, I'm completed. No.
Nice.
Death
That was
Touch.
good. Yep.
Whenever you draw a card, gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. 4/5.
Correct. I love that you work top to bottom too entirely. Yep. Nailed it.
Yep.
Wheeler.
Some real weird, rare ones for me so far.
Yeah. Titania, Gaia Incarnate.
This card just came out.
Yeah.
One green, 3/4 reach, legendary creature, elemental. Whenever a land is put into a graveyard from anywhere, you gain 2 life. And then there's the meld part with Argoth, Sanctum of Nature, where you have to have both of them in play. That's and it's from Brothers War.
Okay,
and
so
it's a mythic.
I'm going to give Nelson an opportunity to steal here.
I want to give you an opportunity to start again because I'm pretty sure the card you're describing is Titania. Is it Steward of Gaia or something? It's the front.
Steward of Argoth?
Whereas he's
Oh.
asking for the meld on the back.
You want the meld?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the name of the meld back. Yeah, it's
Power toughness equal number of lands you have. Trample, haste, reach. Pay 3 and a green to animate a land into a something. I'd like to. Nobody has melded this card in Canlander yet. It hasn't happened.
Look, I asked Serge because I couldn't ask you, and he told me this card was very good in
Of
Highlander.
course, if you ask Serge, he's going to mention the lands card. He's
Yeah.
trying to build up clout so that people believe he's the premier lands pile of the format. Now, as the premier lands pile of the format, if I haven't melded it, nobody has.
You're very close, I will say.
Always am.
Titania Hubris Cannon.
Mm-hmm. So what?
Okay, I think
Okay.
for 4 mana,
Yeah.
you get a land that's as big as the number of lands you control. Just like her?
No.
It's a 4/4? What is it? How big are the lands?
It's 3 and a green. You animate a land.
But then how big does the land get?
I think it's just a 4/4.
Does this become a 4/4?
With
Does that get
haste.
any abilities? Just haste?
And
then
might
also-
get trample.
She doesn't have vigilance, does she? Does she have trample? She has haste, reach.
She has trample, haste, and reach,
Trample, haste,
and maybe
reach, okay.
vigilance as well. Because it.
I will
was
tell you
common
now.
to jump
Okay.
there.
You missed before you show it, James. You are correct. You missed vigilance the first time, but yes, vigilance, reach, trample, and haste.
Yes.
All of those. You're on the right track for the activated ability. Strictly speaking, the land is a 0/0 and gets 4 counters. But yes, you're right. I'm not gonna. Don't worry. We're not even keeping points, so whatever. And yes, star is equal to each equal to the number of lands you control. There's more text on this card.
Oh yeah, you sudden reclamation. You return all lands
when
from
you
your
meld it.
when you yeah.
Yeah. When Titania Gaia Incarnate enters the battlefield, return all lands from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what the meld condition is. It's something about X number of lands in your bin, and you have to control Argoth and Titania the Steward, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
But it's on Titania, not Argoth.
The
Right?
activated
Yes.
ability here is better than making a 4/4 because it, unlike 5 mana Nissa from War of the Spark, this one doesn't care if the land is already a creature.
Yeah.
So you can keep stacking
just
those
keep
plus
stacking.
Oh, yeah.
counters. Yeah.
All right. We're going over to Gladiator now.
There you go.
Nelson.
Okay.
Minsk and Boo, Timeless Heroes.
Oh, I know this one. Okay, it's 2 generic red green for a legendary creature or a legendary planeswalker. Oh, I don't know what is it. Just Minsk or is it Minsk and Boo? I'm not sure what the legendary planeswalker type is. So I'll let you steal that in a second. Okay, when this enters the battlefield and at the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a 1/1 legendary creature token named Boo. It's red, and it has trample and haste. And then for +1, put 3 +1/+1 counters on target creature with trample or haste. And then for -2, you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, deal damage equal to that creature's power. It's just sacrifice a creature. It's not a you may. Sorry, there is a may coming, but it's -2. Sacrifice a creature, deal damage, or if you do, deal damage equal to its power to any target. And if that creature was a hamster, draw cards equal to its power. And oh my gosh, is there a third ability? I mean, I've already said so many
There's
abilities.
another line of text.
No. Okay, wait. We already said you can make a boo in your upkeep. I said about the drawing cards plus counters.
We need a starting loyalty.
Oh, the starting loyalty is 3.
Yeah. And we need, there is one more line of, one
line of
irritating line of text.
Yeah.
Minsk Boo could be your commander.
Absolutely.
There isn't another loyalty ability. There's
Nope.
No, it's
no,
just
you
Minsk
nailed
Boo
it.
Tone.
It is,
Absolutely.
okay, it's Legendary Planeswalker Minsk.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
you got it. Good job. All right. Wheeler. Assemble from parts.
Stupid alchemy card. 1 black instant. You choose target creature card in your graveyard, and that card gains pay 1 black. Shuffle. Assemble the parts. Wait, no. 1 black. It's a sorcery, not an instant, right? Or
I think it might be an instant.
It's 1 mana. It's a something. Choose a creature in your graveyard, and it gets an act. You can pay 1 black to make a 4/4 copy of that token. Wait, it's not a token. You just make a. You make a 4. Oh my God, I play with these cards like every day, but I never read the exact wording on it. You know, it's just like, yeah, you make a.
Falling apart.
Yeah, dude, you make a 4/4 of whatever you've assembled, and then something gets put onto the bottom of your library. You exile something.
It is a copy token, right? You make a copy token.
And
That's
you
a
can
4/4.
only do it at the speed of a sorcery.
Okay, before you show it.
Where does the creature go? Does it get shuffled in, or do you just put it on the
Something gets
bottom?
put on the bottom, or
I think it gets
shuffled
shuffled in.
Yeah.
I think it gets shuffled in.
in. Yeah,
All right.
Like it exiles first.
yeah. You get rid of the card in the graveyard, so you can't repeat doing it.
Yeah.
By your powers combined, yes.
I'll take it.
Single
I won't
black
say
mana,
instant. I'm saying instant.
instant.
Yeah.
Target creature in your graveyard perpetually
Missed it.
gains
You didn't say the people.
for 1 black. Exile this card from your graveyard. Shuffle it into your library.
Yeah.
Then you also make a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie.
Zombie.
I forgot to
Makes it
specify.
zombie.
Yes, it does make it a zombie.
And,
I have
This is an instant, but you can only
activate it.
activate as
You
a
can only
sorcery.
activate the ability that the creature gets
Yeah.
at sorcery speed.
When a paper card, it is so much easier to lay out every specific word on the card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Digital, I don't have time for this, Graham.
Yeah.
I have to know every specialize of every card
Oh, you
at
don't-
all times.
You don't got to sell me on it. This is it's heck to keep track of all these words.
It's also just a bit easier to memorize paper cards because they're sitting in your hand while you're getting, obliterated. You can't cast them. You kept a bad hand. You don't have mana,
You're
and
just
the
staring at
the
them.
cards are closer to your eyes while your opponent's considering the 4 different ways they can kill you.
Yeah. I am really glad we didn't mention it in the 2022 recap, but I am really happy of that update to the mobile client that brought
Where it
actual
didn't work all day.
No, nicer art
Oh, nice.
because the art looked real bad on mobile
Which
client
set
for a
did
while.
this come out in?
This is
Innistrad, right?
Alchemy.
Correct. Alchemy and Innistrad.
When
which
did
one of them?
Alchemy Innistrad drop?
Would have been a year ago
The
now.
Crimson Vow one would have been at like the very beginning of 2022.
Yeah, I think so.
Was this from Crimson Vow or from Midnight Hunt though?
Well, if it's 2022, I don't know. I was trusting James on this one.
I did. Yeah, this is another one that I reached out to somebody on the Gladiator forums, and I didn't double check. There is a chance this
it
might have come out.
from this
Uh-oh.
year.
It might have
Right,
come.
right.
It could have came out. Uh-oh.
I think
Wheeler's
this
double-checking.
came out in early or
Well, it'd be very late 2022 or 2021 because like the 2 sets came out October, November,
I
right?
think it was December 2021.
Okay. If it's December 2021, you both get 100 points.
Alchemy
And you may
Innistrad.
shame me.
Alchemy
Hashtag
Innistrad.
blame James.
When did Alchemy Innistrad come out?
Was there only one?
Come on, January.
Combined.
Like maybe they did wait till
It
last
is
year.
combined. Oh. December 9th,
Damn it!
2021! Ah! I knew it!
Sorry for your eardrums, everyone.
Oh, sorry. Oh my
Good old
God.
parts. All right. Moving on. Round 2. It's time for the draft.
Feel
chat.
vindicated, buddy?
I feel like I popped a blood vessel.
You may have.
All right. It's time for the draft chat, which is to say, not necessarily cards that were bad in draft, but cards that you really don't see a lot of play outside of the draft format. Beginning with Neon Genesis Kamigawa. Nelson, we got Jukai Trainee.
Jukai Trainee. 1 generic and 1 green. Summon. Oh no. Is it a monk? It might be a warrior. I don't know the creature type. I want to say warrior. And whenever this creature is blocked or becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1 until end turn. A little nod to the Bushido cards of old Kamigawa. And it's a 2/2.
That is all correct. You want
Human monk.
Human samurai.
Samurai. What is
Oh,
a
right, 'cause it has
samurai?
Bushido.
Training to be a. Well, you could have gone a couple ways, though, right?
Yeah.
I guess the Bushido with
Good
the
job.
samurais makes the most
The
sense.
Jukai. How are the Jukai samurai?
Wheeler.
Yeah.
Just that one.
Kami of Terrible Secrets.
This card, this is the 3 and a black 3/4 that when it comes into play, if you control both an artifact and enchantment, you draw a card
And
and lose a life.
is it lose life or gain a life?
I don't remember. I never drafted this card. It wasn't very good.
This card was fine.
I want to guess you gain a life, weirdly.
Card wasn't very good.
Creature type?
Spirit.
Correct. Weirdly, Nelson is correct.
Yeah,
you
you
do
can.
gain a life. Yeah. Good job.
Normally, black card draw makes you lose a life, but every now and then they just want to
It
confuse
just
you more.
mess you up. Yeah.
Every now and then you've got 2 eyeballs floating around that mushroom thing.
This is a
Looks like it's
freaky. This is a freaky thing.
Mark
excellent work
Zug.
by Mark Zug.
Yeah.
Mediocre card,
Zug,
incredible
Zug.
art.
All right. Ready to take a trip over to the streets of New Capenna?
Always.
All right, Nelson. Refuse to yield.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Refuse to yield.
This isn't a magic card.
I was.
Was this? Can I have a hint? Was this in draft boosters? Like, is this a
Oh
regular
yeah.
card?
Yeah. These are definitely draftable cards.
If only the set made me want to draft it more.
I think
times.
I could have got the Kamigawa ones. I wouldn't be able to get either of these.
Okay, is this the one that's 1 white mana, put a shield counter on target creature, instant?
It is not.
Damn. Okay.
Is it 1 in a white instant +2/+4?
No, but you're closer.
I've drafted the set once.
This is 1 in a white instant. Creature gets +2/+7 and untap the creature.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sort of like a nod to righteousness.
A little bit, yeah.
And untap it.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Okay.
Yeah. Wheeler, Unlucky Witness.
1 mana, 1/1 human. For a red, when it dies, you exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play one of those cards.
Very, very close.
What color?
You get
said
both.
1 mana.
It's red.
Red?
It's a red 1/1.
It is until your next end step.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, you said the end of your next turn. If it dies on your turn, it's only until the end of this turn.
Right.
yes.
Until your next end step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Also, it's a citizen.
Sorry.
But yes.
So it could be
It's
1
cheap.
turn. It could be 2 turns. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. if you'll take it, that's what I meant. They have 2 formatting for this in my head.
When I said shield counter, I also meant +2/+7 untap.
Yeah,
That's
all right,
like
cool.
a shield
Cool,
counter.
cool. All right. Dominaria United now. Nelson.
Yep.
Baird, Argivian Recruiter.
Red, white. Summon human
Summon.
legendary. Summon legendary human soldier. At the end of your turn, at the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature whose power is greater than their base power, create a 1/1 white soldier token. 2/2.
Correct. Nailed it. I'm only just now noticing on the art, by the way, there's a dude in the background just carrying a bunch of stuff.
So much stuff. Wow.
I don't know why.
How's that?
He's just carrying like I don't know, it looks like horns and bones, and I don't know what's going on back there, honestly.
Everyone else's weapons in their like sheaths or something.
Yeah, it looks like he's carrying a recorder sideways in his mouth.
Oh.
Well, is Baird like a librarian or something in other cards? Like, is Baird's not always
Baird was
about the attack, right?
Steward of Argive, like
Yeah.
in
Right.
Dominaria 2018 or whatever it was. It was a like a
4 mana, 2
prison
propaganda
effect.
or
Yeah,
something,
like
right?
Propaganda. Thank you. That's the word I was
Yeah,
looking for.
so maybe that's all of Baird's like maps and information. I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely saying "Lil help," and that other guy in the background is just like, "Nope, I must stand."
Not
completely
my
still."
job.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Wheeler. Urg. Spawn of Turg.
Green, black, star 5, power equal to lands in your graveyard. Beginning of your upkeep, you may, I think it's coded to surveil 1 now, but beginning of your upkeep, you may put the top card of your library into your graveyard. And you can pay green and a black, sacrifice a land, sacrifice a land, gain 2 life.
That sounds perfect. to me.
And show me a type
yeah,
line.
wait, type.
Oh, it's a frog. I think it might be
that another?
a frog spirit,
Close.
demon frog.
It's because frog's something else, isn't it? No, it's not like a werewolf.
It's a frog.
It's a
Give it to
Beast.
me.
It's
I wanna
a-
say
It's
frog
a
beast.
frog. It's not a beast. No way.
It's a frog beast.
I'm leaving. Frog beast?
Frog
Yeah,
beast.
It's a frog beast.
Why?
I don't know.
Because they're weird monster frogs.
Everything else you said was right. Good job. And yes, I believe Urg has been oracled to surveil. So there you go. All right, now over to Bro. Nelson Koilos Rock.
Oh dear. I've drafted this set a bit, but not in the last couple weeks. Got the Gladiator and Marvel Snap Bugs. Oh. Koilos Rock.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a land.
No. Or I'll tell you, ROC,
Oh.
not ROCK.
That's extremely helpful, Graham. Thank you.
So it's like a small rock. Like a tiny rock.
Yeah, it's a very small part of land.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can remember looking at this card now and thinking it was cute, but I actually can't remember the card. I want to say it's 3 generic and a red for a 3/3
Nope.
flying.
Small steel.
It is a 3/3 flyer. Go
Is
ahead.
it 3/3 flying?
4 and a blue for a 3/3 flyer. ETB, create a tap power stone.
Missing
Flash.
Oh, it's that one.
Flash.
Oh,
Sorry, I
it's
forgot
the
to mention
Oh,
Flash,
it's
yeah.
oh darn it. That's
There
what
you
that
go.
one's called. Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I've played this card a bunch.
It is a very pretty bird.
Good bird.
Okay.
Wheeler. Swift Gear Drake.
5 mana, 2/4 flying haste artifact creature Drake. When it ETBs, you put a card from an opponent's graveyard. Maybe it's any player, but you put a card from someone's graveyard onto the bottom of their library.
That's correct.
Yes, that is correct. Good job.
Play the rock.
Oh,
Don't
you
play
might not
this
have said it
card.
was a Drake, but
No,
said
he
it was
did.
Drake.
Yeah.
okay, great.
Yeah. All right, round 3. So these are the reprints. So these are cards that were originally printed some other time. They were printed again this year. So you want to tell me what it is, and then there's bonus points because we're definitely keeping track of all that. I'm sure you are at home. Bonus points for the set that it was printed in this year and the set that it was printed in before. So
Originally.
original
List
printing.
every set shatter is being
That's right. Yeah. The card is
right.
planes. Yeah.
Nelson Talrand Sky Summoner.
Talrand Sky Summoner.
Yeah.
That's 2 blue, 4 mana for legendary merfolk, probably wizard. Let's go with wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, create a 2/2 blue flying drake, and this is a 2/2. So, which set was Talrand in this year? Was it in Battle for Baldur's Gate Commander?
And your guess for when it was printed originally?
Originally, it was from M12.
All right. So before we see it, I'll tell you
Okay.
everything you said about the card. Nailed it.
Okay.
Wheeler.
Which sets it was in?
Was it in Double Masters?
It was in Double Masters,
Nice.
and it was originally printed in M13. So close.
Okay.
The same set as Talrand Summons.
Oh,
Good call. Yeah.
I will just really quickly point out there are no secret layer cards in this round.
Okay.
oh yeah.
Just so you know, because that would be a miserable experience.
Someone I found it yesterday. Someone counted. There's been like 835 cards printed into Secret Lair this year.
What's Secret Lair?
Yeah. What is a secret lair? You gonna show us?
It's hard to
Are you
explain.
inviting us back to a special invite-only party later?
Wheeler, it's time for Cast Down.
1 in a black instant, destroy target non-legendary creature. Originally printed in Dominaria, OG Dominaria 2018. And it was reprinted in the Baldur's Gate, Commander Legends Baldur's Gate.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Absolutely, yeah. Printed, here's the Commander Legends Baldur's Gate, and then it was originally printed in Dominaria. There we
The
go.
art kind of looks like it could have been in Streets of New Capenna.
It
they wanted.
does look like it's from New Capenna.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Maybe some extra art they had kicking around. Who knows?
That set's got enough removal spells.
Yeah. All right, Nelson. What? Okay. Bedlam Reveler.
Bedlam Reveler. 6 red for, oh god, is it just a devil? Or is it an elemental? Oh no, I don't know the creature type of this card. It's mana cost, or sorry, you may pay 1 generic less to cast this card for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. It has prowess, and when it enters the battlefield, discard your hand and draw 3 cards, and it's a 3/4. And I want to say the creature type. I don't think devils have prowess. I think it's an elemental.
All right, and your set, before we see the card, your guesses for the set it was printed in this year
right.
and originally.
Right. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Was it also in Double Masters? I don't remember drafting it.
Devil Masters.
Devil Masters.
Mhm.
I really don't know. Sure, I'll say Double Masters. It's originally from. Oh shoot! Is it from Eldritch Moon or Shadows over Innistrad? I think it's from Shadows over Innistrad.
If you had to go with your first instinct,
Okay.
it would have been originally printed in.
Eldritch Moon.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
originally-
All right.
Basically, everything you nailed. It's a devil horror.
Devil horror.
Devil.
Yeah, everything else is correct. Yeah, it was.
Some devils do have prowess. All right.
Yeah, everything else you nailed it. It was printed this year in Double Masters, and it was originally printed in Eldritch Moon.
Cool.
Devil.
Yeah. Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
Quietus Spike.
Shards of Alara originally printed. 3 mana artifact. It's an equipment. Wait. I don't think I just said a word. It's an equipment.
It's an equipment.
It's not but in my head I heard equipment. It's a 3 mana artifact equipment originally in Shards of Alara, and it says you equip for 2. Equipped creature has Death Touch, and when an equipped creature deals damage to your opponent, they lose half their life.
So there's 2 small. Oh, sorry. What was it printed? What do you think was printed in this year?
Shards of Alara. Oh, for this year.
This year.
I don't know. A commander pre-constructed deck.
All right. There are 2 small parts that
I
could
steal.
be.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is any player. If somehow this equipped creature
Yeah,
gets stolen
yeah.
and hits you,
Yeah.
it'll make you lose half your life too.
Half
The
your life.
equip is. Oh, is it rounded? I want to say it's
Rounded
up.
up?
I think it's
Yeah,
rounded
rounded
up.
up.
Half your life rounded up.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
equip is what?
3.
The equip is 3, and it was printed this year in Bro.
Bro.
It was
What?
one of the yeah.
It's in the mystical.
This is one of the artifacts in
retro
the
artifacts.
thing. And you're right. It was printed originally in Shards of Alara.
I've never seen this card in Bro.
I've used it. I played it at the Fam Jam. I think.
Bro.
Yeah. It's it's
Did
I
you-
don't know if it's good,
Did
but
you
it was
attack
fun.
Wheeler with it, and then he lost half his life, and then he lost half his memories?
Maybe.
Bro. No, that was the concussion.
Oh, that'll do it.
Bro.
Bro.
All right. Last one from the reprints round. Nelson, it's Whirler Rogue.
Whirler Rogue. 2 blue, 4 mana for creature, human. I'm going to go with rogue.
Devil.
Devil horror. Yeah, it's a devil horror. Okay, I'm going to go with
Human Frog Beast.
human rogue. When this enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 flying artifact Thopters and tap 2 artifacts you control. This is unblockable until end of turn. It's a 2/2.
Printed this year.
Originally-
Oh, right. Originally printed in Magic Origins. I think I'm right about that.
Mhm.
And this year it is in. Oh, man. Okay. It's not from Kamigawa. It's not from Streets. Was it in Double Masters? Double Masters have been good to me. Is it in. Wait, is this card in Baldur's Gate? It's not in bro. I know you're looming over me. Don't
Sucking up all your
don't
time.
within me. I'm gonna say it was in Double Masters.
No.
What was it in?
Jumpstart, baby.
All right, before we see it, quick. There's two
Something else wrong, is it?
two small possible corrections. Not
Oh,
If I
okay.
yes,
tap 2 untapped artifacts you control.
yes.
Oh,
And
whoops.
then, is it a human rogue artificer?
So yes, human rogue artificer.
Yeah,
so
okay.
there was a third subtype.
Okay.
Tap 2 untapped artifacts you control. Target creature.
Oh,
Can't
it
be
makes
blocked
any
this turn.
creature unblockable.
And yes, it was one of the anime reprints in Jumpstart.
Anime.
And but it was originally printed in Magic Origins. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah. Last
untapped artifacts.
yeah. Last reprint one, Wheeler.
Anime.
Bone Splinters.
1 black as an additional cost to cast this spell. Sacrifice a creature. Destroy target creature. It's a sorcery. This was also originally printed in Shards of Alara. And it was in Dominaria United.
That's right.
That is all correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
DMU this year with that Jeremy Wilson art, and then originally in with his art from Cole Eastburn of the like weird
Yikes.
Good luck with your nightmares now.
Oh, that's an
weird
even.
beaked Avon being literally just impaled by bone splinters. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a lot of bones.
The Avens had it pretty hard on Alara.
Lara's not a safe place to fly.
No. All right, round 4. Know your planeswalkers. Nelson, tell me
Never
about
known them before.
Kaito Shizuki.
Oh. It's not from a starter deck. 1 blue black, 3 mana for legendary planeswalker Kaito. Okay. No, wait, I'm still gonna mess this up. It's like I know this card.
Someone needs to play more Gladiator.
I've played it a lot.
This card's got text.
I've
What can I
played
tell
this
you?
card a lot. Yeah. Okay. So it can definitely make a ninja, and it can definitely draw a card, and then it's got a third ability. Okay. So first, I think the first ability says, at the end of your turn, if Kaito entered the battlefield this turn, it phases out, and then -2, make a 1/1 blue ninja with unblockable. +1, draw a card, then discard a card unless you attacked this turn. And then, oh God, does it like... No, that's Oko. It doesn't steal your stuff, does it? Never. I don't think I've activated the ultimate on this planeswalker.
I don't know if anybody's activated the ultimate
Oh.
on this planeswalker. Okay, fine. Not in draft anyway.
I wasn't even going to claim me. This does happen in Gladiator.
Oh, I'm sure it
Quite a
happens.
bit.
Yeah, no. It hasn't happened to me in Gladiator lately. I've just been getting emergent ultimatumed left and right.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
How about -7, search your library for 2 creatures. Your opponent chooses 1. You get to cast that and put it on the battlefield. Or
Sup-
sorry,
Very,
cast it.
Surprisingly close, honestly.
I had some weird Jace Architect of Thought vibes. Yeah.
Starting loyalty.
And it starts with 3 loyalty.
All right, so everything that you said except the -7
Okay.
is absolutely correct.
Nice.
And it is a -7.
Oh, there is a -7.
It's a -7.
And it cheats something into place.
What's the -7 do, Wheeler?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I
So much
think you
build
get
up.
an emblem that whenever a blue or black creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, you tutor for a creature and put it into play.
Does it have to be a blue or black creature or
No,
any creature?
it can be any creature.
Okay. You have those actually flipped. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player,
Yeah.
I guess yourself somehow, search your library for a blue or black creature,
Yes.
put it into play
There
and
we go.
shuffle. Yeah. So any creature can do the damage, but you can only tutor for the blue or black
Yeah.
creature.
Yeah, that -7
job.
has a lot of words on it.
Yeah. But everything else, nailed it. Absolutely.
Cool.
Planeswalker.
Yeah, this is a good planeswalker. I like
Yeah.
it a lot. Yeah.
Wheeler, tell me
It's
about
standard too.
Elminster.
No.
I just saw like your soul wink out of your eyes there for a moment.
Yeah, I don't know what this card does. 3 white and a blue, legendary planeswalker Elminster. That's it. It's got a passive ability and like 1 loyalty ability, and I don't know. Like a stone don't know.
It's
So
definitely blinks creatures.
Oh, and it can bleed your planeswalker.
It can be your
It can
commander.
be your-
It can be your commander.
okay.
Your command.
Yeah.
It is 3 white, blue. It is legendary Planeswalker Elminster. Did you say starting loyalty?
4.
It's 5. And it does have a static ability, and it can be your commander. It's got 2 loyalty abilities. Nelson, any thoughts? What any of those abilities
You
might
tabbing
be?
out here? I want to say...
I don't know this guy.
Okay, I think it +2s to exile. I want to say target creature. It doesn't even have to be one you control, and then return to the battlefield at the end of the turn.
Negative.
Just creatures you control?
+2 draw a card.
+2 draw a card, then
Then flicker one of your creatures? No.
No.
It flickers your creatures, doesn't it?
Then you may return a creature you control to your hand.
so the +2 is
know.
draw a card, then scry 2.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
There's a -3. Exile the top card of your library. Create a number of 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature tokens with flying equal to that card's mana value,
This doesn't exist.
and a static ability of whenever you scry, the next instant or sorcery spell you cast this turn cost X less to cast, where X is the number of cards you looked at while scrying this way.
This is just Gandalf.
This is
Yeah.
This is a
What?
weird
It's
card.
like who Elminster is kind of in the Forgotten Realms, right? That's sort of a corollary, right? Like it's Elminster wanders around and like is a really powerful wizard.
Just to sort of give like a balance of like to give you at home an idea. You know, like when people talk about like, oh, we wouldn't be neat to see like, you know, like an average person try these Olympic format or try these Olympic sports just so we could get like a baseline of how good these people actually are. I forgot that there was an Elminster Planeswalker. Would have had no idea. So
I remembered the mana cost, and I think I might have guessed the starting loyalty rate, but I definitely thought the +2 was like flicker a creature. That's just what was going on in these colors in that draft archetype.
This is a great reminder for me to not buy cards and just like put them away and to never use them, because I've definitely spent actual money on this thing.
to buy an Elminster and go, great, in the drawer
into
with the
the
rest.
box with you, old man.
Yeah.
I'll pull you out when I need you.
It's there with the other planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Continuing with Planeswalkers, Nelson, tell me about Dihada, Binder of Wills.
Oh no. I know the other Dihada, kinda. Dihada, Binder of Wills. 2 black, blue, red. Legendary Planeswalker Dihada. Are we right so far? Is it 5 mana?
No, you're just faking it till you're making it.
I thought she
No,
was
no,
more
no.
expensive this time or whatever.
So far, Legendary Planeswalker Dihada is correct.
Was
got
it
that.
like black green instead or something?
No.
Okay.
It's Mardu. Here, I'll help you. It's Mardu.
That's not helping. Thank you. Okay. Is it 2 and a Mardu? Is it 5 mana?
No, it's
thought it
4
was
mana.
It's 4.
1 and a Mardu.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Nailed it.
Dihada, Binder of Wills. Dihada, Binder of Wills can be your commander.
Correct.
+1.
No.
No.
+2.
Yes.
Target creature gains.
No.
Close. I mean, like, you're in the wheelhouse of effect. Wheeler, do you know what that +2 is?
I don't know what this card does. I mean, something about legendary creatures only. They get a... Oh, target legendary creature gains Death Touch, Lifelink, or Vigilance until end of turn.
Vigilance, Lifelink, and
Death Touch.
Indestructible.
Oh,
Vigilance,
okay.
Lifelink, and indestructible. But it has to be a legendary
It
creature?
has
Yeah.
to be a legend.
And
then it
that's
has
the
a-
+2?
That's
That's the
+2. And then
+2.
it has a -3.
Yep.
Nelson.
Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Or land.
No.
Or enchantment.
There's so much text on this ability.
I don't
-3.
actually remember what this one does.
-3. Gain control of target creature until end of turn.
I jump in when you think you know where this is going. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Period. Put any number of legendary cards from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard.
Yes, of course.
Create.
A copy
No.
token.
No.
A treasure token.
Yes.
For
For
each card put into your graveyard.
Correct.
Yeah, of course, naturally.
And -11. -11.
Return all legendary creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield.
From all graveyards.
All graveyards to the battlefield? Legendary creatures only?
Legendary permanents.
Legendary permanents?
Nope.
Draw a card.
Legendary lands.
5.
Nope.
Deal game.
Scry
5.
2.
Gain control of all
Permanents.
non-land permanents until end of turn. untap them, they gain haste until end of turn.
Exactly, Graham. This is exactly what I was.
I don't
gonna
think I've
say.
ever seen this card before.
It's the face legend or face commander from one of the Dominaria United commander sets.
Correct.
She's actually really cool. I mean, I say that not knowing what this card does, but I remember she came out. This is a card that I did buy when it came out and went, I will play with this. And then put it in the box with the old man.
Maybe another, maybe more of the population of that box.
No, not Jared.
Can you tell me about Jared Garthalion?
So 5 mana, Wooburg. It's Jared.
It's Jared.
It's Jared.
Legendary
Let's
creature,
play
legendary planeswalker Jared. +1, you make a 3/3 Kavu that is all colors. -2. No, +1, another +1, +1, and another +1. You put like 3 +1/+1 counters onto a creature as long as it is all colors or more than one color, I think.
You're like in the wheelhouse for all of this.
I'm trying to
Put a +1/+1
design-
counter for each of its colors. Is it that?
I think that might be it. I'm trying to I'm trying to design this card.
This is
And
just
then
like what
hopefully it's
turns out
good
they
enough.
just play Stump the Expert every day at WotC R&D, right? This is how you get your ideas.
All right, before we see it, obviously. +1, create a 3/3 Kavu creature token that's all colors with
Trample.
Vigilance.
trample.
It's got trample.
All right.
Yeah, I know that.
-3.
Yep.
Choose up to 2 target creatures. For each of them, put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the number of colors that it is. So you were
Okay.
sort of in the realm.
Yeah.
And then it's a -7, right?
It's a -6.
Minus, of course. Yes, naturally. -6.
Any idea?
I think it's like an overrun. It's like a Titanic ultimatum. I mean, I know what it is, but Graham, you go ahead and take a.
Nelson,
Yes.
you want to take a stab at it?
-6.
I'll give you a clue. It's not anything of what Wheeler said.
Okay. Okay. You get an emblem with at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card for each color of permanence you control.
Also, no. There's one more line of text on Jared.
It could be your commander.
You can be your commander.
Jared, yeah.
-6. Return target multicolored card from your graveyard to your hand. If that card was all colors, draw a card and create 2 treasure tokens.
Okay.
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 Starts with 5 loyalty.
And these are fan-made cards?
Yeah.
They don't exist, right?
Isn't that
Clearly.
fun? The community's so creative
Wow.
these days.
I can't remember the Robo Rosewater cards either.
I do like making a Kavu. That's a cool ability.
Yeah, I
Color
like
card.
making a multicolored trample Kavu. That's
Yeah,
neat.
you like for assembling one of each mana as your reward, you get a 3/3 trample. Boy, are you gonna love this card! I'm gonna show you. It's called War Mammoth. It's
Oh.
3 generic and a green, baby. That's
Damn, that's
1
even-
mana less.
Really? That's even better than Gnarled Mass or
Yeah,
Trained
there
Armadon.
you go.
All
You
right.
can cast it off.
Oh, Ancient Tomb mana.
Oh.
Sorry, I was regretting
Dreaming about gnarled mass.
2 more walkers. Nelson, can you tell me about Elspeth Resplendent?
Okay, this card is from a set.
It sure is.
It's from New Capenna.
correct.
Oh,
Moving
no,
on.
He got it?
Yeah.
Got it already. 3 generic white. Is it 5?
Yep.
It might be 6. Okay. Legendary Planeswalker Elspeth. +1. Up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+1 until end of turn. -3. Create 2 1/1 white citizen creatures. And -7. Creatures you control get +2/+2 and flying until end of turn. Let's start loyalty 5.
I think I think you've designed a very passable Elspeth.
Yeah, he did. He designed one, and it was really good when other Magic designers actually made these Elspeths.
Well,
you took Sun's
close.
Nemesis, Sun's Champion. Put them together.
It doesn't jump the creatures, right? This one doesn't jump the creatures unless you have a.
You
no?
even took what was your -2? I think
Make
you,
two
Make two
citizens?
soldiers.
I think you did Elspeth Tyrell as well. You got 3 different Elspeth.
All right, kids. When you've seen as many Elspeths as I have,
Look,
sometimes.
I've seen a lot of Elspeths
All right,
in my
all right. What
day.
does this Elspeth do?
3, 2 white for 5 starting loyalty. Elspeth.
Okay, I got that right.
Yeah, Nelson got all that correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And +1, you choose to put a counter on one of your things. It gets flying. Target creature gets flying, vigilance, lifelink, or indestructible until end of turn. You pick from some number of abilities.
Is it a counter? Or, 'cause the counters would stay, right?
No, because I don't think that one's a counter. I think the counter is just for the shield, because the -2 is you look at the top cards of your deck, and then you can put a permanent with mana value 3 or less from them into play.
Okay.
And if you put a creature into play this way, it comes with a shield counter.
Okay.
And then -7 is you make 5 3/3 angels with flying.
All right, so I have some questions.
Yeah.
For that -3 ability.
Yeah.
You just said look at the top cards.
Oh, top
If you-
7 cards.
top 7 cards. What happens
Okay.
to the cards that you?
Bottom of your library.
Okay, that's all correct. The -3 you got correct. The -1 is choose up to one target creature, because they always do up
Is it
to
plus
one in
one?
case you don't
It's
have
plus
it.
one, right?
Yeah, sorry. Yes, sorry. +1. Choose up to one target creature. It gets a +1/+1 counter
Yes.
and a counter from among
Okay.
flying, first strike, lifelink, or vigilance. So
Right.
you were not quite right on the abilities, but and it was a counter. And yeah, the second ability is a shield counter. But yeah, -7 make 5 3/3 angels.
See, I blame the few Streets of New Capenna packs that I opened for me not knowing this card because I didn't get one.
I played with this card today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But
I
there's so many words
activated
on
these-
it.
both of these abilities. Wow.
Well, maybe you'll do better with
Nope.
Obnixilis the Adversary.
Oh,
might actually do better with
Mob Nixilis.
1 black and a red. 1 black and a red planeswalker ob. This is the can you use it in a sentence from a spelling bee? 'Cause we just have to go through that. 1 black red ob or Nixilis. I think it's just Nixilis. Maybe it's ob, planeswalker ob. Point is, it's a planeswalker. 3 loyalty. And it has casualty X. So when you cast this, you may sacrifice a creature in addition to paying that cost. If you do, you make a copy of this, but it has starting loyalty X. And then it has +1. Each opponent discards a card. And then if you control a demon or a devil... Wait, no. They discard a card or take 2. They lose 2 life. And then if you control a demon or a devil, you gain 2 life. And then -2 is you make a 1/1 red devil token with when that devil dies, deals 1 damage to any target. And then -7 is target player draws 7 cards and loses 7 life.
So there are
I think
Something like that.
I think it's a +2 to make them discard.
there
And then they lose 2 life if you control a devil. You don't ever gain life.
there are 2 tiny details. Actually, Wheeler's almost correct on that. So this is maybe pedantic rule stuff. I don't actually know how critical this is. So it is a +1, and it is if you control a demon or devil, you gain 2 life. Weirdly,
Okay.
it's each opponent loses 2 life unless they discard a card.
Right.
Okay.
It's not like a total binary choice for them.
But the other one is a -2. I knew there was
And the other one's a -2.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
Target player draws 7, loses 7. Yeah.
just relevant for rules. The copy isn't legendary, but it's that's
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Good job.
I will
and
give
yeah, it
myself
is.
a point.
It is. Yeah, correct. It is indeed. Yeah, legendary planeswalker Nixilis. So I guess
Yeah.
Nixilis is Ob's.
Because ob is just a title.
Is
I
it?
think. I don't know. I made that up.
Oh,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure I read that somewhere.
All right.
Because for the I don't know. There was a thing that came out with the Ob Nixilis Planeswalker when he was a human. I
Like a story, there's an article or
I read something once.
or a comic book.
I
Yeah.
read something once.
I used to read things.
Yeah.
Round 5. It's the Commander face-off. We're gonna start with Neon Dynasty. Nelson, tell me about Chishiro, the Shattered Blade.
I didn't get invited to that episode of FNPF, actually. You guys all played these
Wheeler's
decks
looking
without
around
me,
to see if the decks are
Right, yeah.
visible on set.
They're not in the room.
No.
Shishiro, the Shattered Blade.
Chishiro.
Cheshiro, the Shattered Blade.
Are the Commander decks in the room with
Chishiro,
us?
the Shattered Blade.
Yep.
4 white blue.
Nope.
I'm out.
Two red and a green for a 4/4 snake samurai, I want to say. And it says whenever you cast an aura or equipment, you make a 2/2 red spirit token with menace, and at the end of your turn, you put two 1/1 counters on each modified creature you control.
Oh, that card.
Now we did just.
I lost this card in Bellevue. I'm remembering now.
Were you here
Sorry,
for the
Daniel.
tiny wheel of festivities? You were, weren't you?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
was
this
across
deck from the person playing
the person
Shishiro the
playing
Shattered Blade.
Shishiro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that came up recently on. In fact, I think, gosh, if editing works out the way that we're hoping it does, that episode of Elder Dragon Social Club actually airs the day that this airs.
Oh,
Exciting.
I think so.
Tie-ins.
it's a good one.
Spoilers, go check it out. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
All right. So that was the Neon, that was one of the Neon Dynasty pre-constructed commander decks.
I
You nailed
should
it.
say I will. Well, I said when you cast it, not when it ETBs.
Oh, okay.
But
fair
I
enough.
will still take full points. Thank
All
you.
right.
And I said 2 counters, not 1, but that's okay. I'll still take full points.
So the other one was Kotori Pilot Prodigy.
Oh, Kotori Pilot Prodigy.
Kotori Pilot Prodigy.
1 white, blue, 2/4. It's a Moonfolk pilot. Vehicles you control have crew 2. And whenever Kotori crews a vehicle, whenever a vehicle is crewed, it gains lifelink until end of turn.
Close on that second ability.
Kotori means small bird in Japanese. Do I get extra points?
No, but thank you. That is very
Does it gain
interesting.
flying?
Birds do.
Well, I wonder if the vehicle gets flying if she crews it, or they.
So everything that you said was correct except for that second ability. It's nothing to do with crewing. It's at the beginning of combat on your turn. Target artifact creature you control gains lifelink and also vigilance.
Shoot.
Until end of turn. All right. Dominaria United. Nelson, can you tell me about Shanid, Sleeper's Scourge?
Nope.
Neither can I. I didn't know this card existed until I read it out just now.
Do you want to take a guess? Or?
I want to say it's black.
Partially.
Okay, and some other colors too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be a creature that when it enters the battlefield, your opponent gains control of it, and also at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 2 life. And it's a 3/3, costs 1 black. It's called Sleeper Agent. I win. Originally printed in Stronghold.
Actually, 3/2 Saga.
3/2 Saga.
No,
Is it 3/2?
it's a 3. I'm pretty sure it's a, no. It's a 3. It's a 3.
It's 3 toughness.
But it is Saga.
Okay, but what about this card?
1 and then Mardu 2/4 legendary human warrior. I think I don't know about the creature types. It has vigilance or no, it has menace. It has menace, and whenever it or another legendary permanent comes into play under your control, you draw a card and lose 1 life.
Close. So it's a human knight.
Yeah, no.
It has menace. Other legendary creatures you control have menace. Whenever you play a legendary land
Oh,
or cast a legendary spell, you draw a card and lose. one
sorry.
life.
Yeah, I wanted to. My wording was to include the land part. I know that's the big one.
I had no idea this card was a card.
yeah,
That's a cool one.
That's neat. Neat card.
Neat card.
I've never seen it before.
Wheeler, can you tell me then about Jensen Carthalion, Druid Exile?
Nope.
Cool.
All
All right, good show. Thanks everybody for what?
White and a green for 2/2, legendary human druid, and then there's a Wooburg ability, and whenever you cast a spell that has all of the colors, you scry 1 and gain 1 or something.
Whenever you cast a multicolored spell,
Yeah.
scry 1.
Okay.
If that spell was all colors,
then draw.
then you make a 4/4 angel token with flying and vigilance.
Oh.
Yeah, draw a card. That's exactly.
Yeah,
It's the same as
exactly.
drawing a card.
Okay.
Also, it's the Wooburg
there's a
ability
Wooburg.
is
You
5
filter.
mana and tap
Filters
2
mana.
Yeah.
to generate Wooburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So technically, I guess a 5-color commander.
God.
Neat. That's a neat card
We
too.
need to do one of these Stump the Experts where it's we each pick a block.
Sure.
And we only do cards from that block.
Sure. I'm down for these to get easier. It's funny how confident we were in the ones from the draft sets. Well, some of them, and then we hit the commander products, and yeah,
I don't
Set a
know
wall.
new cards. Like I'm still like it sounds like a meme. I'm genuinely still catching up from like 2021.
sure,
Like new cards.
I believe it.
Yeah.
same here.
One more sub round of commander though.
Okay,
Mishra Eminent One.
Who's this for?
is this for
This
me?
is this for Nelson. Yeah, they've printed so many Mishras recently.
Yeah, no, this is the 4th Mishra, right? Or Mishra, we used to say.
I mean, I guess kind of 5th.
Is it? Yeah, if you count the time scroll one. Okay,
Well, no. I mean, like, because like in Brothers War,
There's 3,
in the
right?
set, there's 3, and then one of those 3 turns into
the meld
Wait,
pair is
You
also a
got
different
Mishra
Mishra.
claimed by Gix, Mishra Tamer of Makfawa, and then you have the Mishra I'm a Baby. The 3-mana 3/3.
I thought it was
The
3 of them, and then
Right.
one of those 3 turns into the meld one, or is it 2 of them?
The
No, it is.
Mishra
No,
claimed
that's
by Gix turns into the meld one.
Oh, okay.
So there's those 3. Technically, the meld
Okay, so this
one,
is the
and then
4th
eminent one.
new. This is the 4th of the recent.
Okay, so I
Mishras.
think it's
anyway.
2 and a Grixis, 5 mana for a 4/4 that has whenever a non-token artifact enters the battlefield under your control, create a token copy of it.
No, shut it down. Shut it down.
It-
Or I've read this
close.
card. I've
You're
read
close.
this card. I've
Pretty
seen this
close.
card.
Pretty
Is it a
close.
3/3 instead of a 4/4?
5/4.
5/4, and it does something to do with copies. I remember this card looked pretty cool, but it's not on Arena.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, you create a copy of target non-creature artifact you control that becomes a 4/4 with haste.
Non-creature
And then
artifacts.
at the end of your turn, you got to sacrifice it.
There's one other.
Does it also give everything ward like that other one? No.
No.
Does this
What
have
is
Unearth?
what is the name of that token?
Oh, construct?
What do you mean?
What,
Was it?
what kind of token does it make? It makes a 4/4 what?
It
I'll
makes
read
a
it before we see it. So you were right about the casting cost. It's 2 and a Grixis.
So
It's a
if-
5/4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a token that's a copy of target non-creature artifact you control, except its name is blank, and it's a 4/4 artifact creature until end of turn and gains haste. Sacrifice at the beginning of next end step. You got all that
Soldier?
right. Nope.
No,
Mishra.
no,
No.
no. It's something else. It's either
Benjamin Wheeler.
Except its name is Benjamin Wheeler.
no. It's something thematic
It is.
about Mishra's life, right, and what he made.
Asshole.
It's not Dragon Engine,
Except its name is Mishra's War Form.
right?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've played this card.
because it means you can duplicate your legendary artifacts, right? You can
Oh,
make
yeah.
you can make a like attacking paradox engine
Yeah.
and double up your paradox engine triggers. No, I remember thinking it's really cool. I just haven't had a place to put it yet.
Mishra's war form.
That's cool, hey?
Honestly, this commander deck's probably great.
Probably. Wheeler, can you guess which card I'm going to ask you to?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. Mishra, Tamer of Makfa. Urza.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
For-
your job to
for
say his
triple
name.
Okay.
points. What's
There's
Urza's
a-
name? from the
Urza
commander sets.
Chief Artificer.
3 and Esper. Affinity for artifact creatures. Artifact creatures you control have menace. And at the beginning of your end step, you create a construct, which is going to be a 0/0 artifact creature that gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control.
And
And
Is
it's
there another
a
ability?
no. You have it's cheaper, menace, construct, and it is a 4/5.
That's correct.
Sweet.
Nailed it.
Hey, well done.
There you go.
Human artificer. Yeah.
Because they have the 4/5 to 5/4 to 4/7. All right. And finally, the lightning round.
You got to go fast here.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Nelson, call in a professional.
It's a green creature or green spell that makes a creature from New Capenna.
It is from New Capenna.
Okay.
Remember, this is the lightning round.
Okay. 2 and a green sorcery. Create a 4/4 rhino with trample.
No, the hint was it's nothing to do with how quickly you have to answer.
Oh, it's a burn spell. Call in a professional. 2 and a red for this spell can't be countered. Deal 3 damage to any target.
Very close. Players can't gain life this turn. Damage can't be prevented this turn. 3 damage to any target. Wheeler, Fires of Victory.
That's a spell.
1 in a red with kicker for 2 and a blue. It's an instant. It deals if it was kicked, you draw a card, and then it deals damage to target creature equal number of cards in your hand. And it hits planeswalkers.
There you go.
Sorry, right?
Or
Yeah.
planeswalkers.
1 in a
Yep.
red, and then kicker is 2 and a blue.
Yep, you got that. Nelson, Kami's Flare.
Kami's Flare. 1 in a red for an instant that deals 3 damage to target creature. I don't think it hits planeswalkers. If you control a modified creature as you cast this spell, also deal 2 damage to that creature's controller.
Absolutely correct, except it does hit planeswalkers.
It does hit
But
planeswalkers
otherwise,
too? Oh,
you
sweet.
nailed what I consider the difficult part, so good
Okay,
job.
sure.
Wheeler, Pyrrhic Blast.
3 in a red instant from Bro. Additional cost, you sacrifice an artifact or creature, and it deals damage to any target equal to the sacrificed permanent's mana value. Draw a card.
Very close.
Is it creature only and just checks power?
Correct.
Oh,
Creature only and deals damage equal to power,
Right.
but does draw a card.
Yeah, it did great on the rest of it, though.
Nelson, Unleash Shell.
Unleash Shell. 3 red, deal 5 instant, deal 5 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller.
Correct. That permanence control.
Oh, it's from Bro. It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creature, again, or planeswalker.
Again, or
Yeah.
Planeswalker, which it's worse than forgetting. I thought it couldn't hit Planeswalkers.
No.
Same with Kami's Flare.
And Wheeler, Hurloon Battle Hymn.
2 in a red instant deal with kicker for a white, deals 4 damage target planeswalker or creature, and if you kicked it, you gain 4 life. Just print War Leader's Helix, you cowards.
This card's better.
Nailed it.
What? It can't hit players.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you got to go for the dome for that 8-point life swing.
Yeah, that's true.
Correct. Good job. I wasn't keeping track. I think you both did very well.
We all win.
We all win. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
Especially you, the viewer.
Yeah. That's it. That's our 2022 in expertise stumping. Coming up, we have are we doing nicknames in this month? Are we doing nicknames?
Nickname has already happened for the people watching this show.
Oh, this comes out later.
This comes out, on the 26th.
Oh, then in that case, Elder Dragon Social Club came out last week.
There you go.
Hey, no spoilers.
or this week.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's December. It came out one of these weeks.
Probably in the past.
Currently, this is scheduled to go up. We're recording this on whatever day it is, the 12th or something like this. This is scheduled for the 26th. So it's Christmas is over.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
So this actual background is it's probably
It's holiday themed.
in my
Thank you for
house,
the-
we
It's
leave
true.
our decorations up
Yeah.
until 12th night.
thank you for the 10 grand that all of our viewers sent directly to me for Christmas.
Now hold on. Well, hey, I hope you had a good Christmas. In that case, this is going to be there's going to be a week off at Tap next
Correct.
week. So don't expect there to be one next week because there isn't, because we're taking a week off because we can. Okay, bye. No, so we'll be back with a new episode in January 9th. Thank you, James. There we go. Cool. That was a blast. Thanks also, James, for putting the cues together. Appreciate that. But yeah, that is going to do it for Tap Concede for 2022. Until we talk to you again, a reminder, of course, it's brought to you by Card Kingdom. Check out cardkingdom.com/LRR for all your cardboard needs. They're a kingdom of cards. Ask for a button and they'll give you one. Also, this show and everything we do is brought to you by you and your kind support, or Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. It is by your kind graces that we are able to do all of these things, and we super appreciate it. Until next time, I've been Graham, joined by Nelson
I was here.
and Wheeler and James. Heather Gazzi's online. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, everybody.
Bye.